Hey guys, and welcome to episode 109 of the Up Real Late podcast. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick.
I'm really worried about Ty.
Adam.
Ooh.
Who?
I don't know.
And Adam Franey.
I don't know any ties, but welcome back. Get hype. Another great episode. News. Boom. Bam.
Welcome back. Let's run through all the topics we're going to discuss on this week's episode. As usual, we're going to discuss the last film we watched this week. And we got a couple of news topics, including we got some new images of Cable, Josh Brolin as Cable, and we got a trailer for Loving Vincent, that painted animated movie. So we're going to discuss those later. If you do want to skip ahead to any of those topics I just mentioned, go in the description box below on YouTube and click on the timestamps. As well, if you enjoy this video, leave a like on it, leave a comment below in the comment section.
Please.
And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like our stuff.
I'm begging you.
With that out of the way, Tim, what do you got for us this week? For your last scene.
Should be epic.
I teased earlier that it was epic. It's a lie.
Knew it.
I was with a fiance.
I'm reading like a book.
Well, I forgot to write my synopsis actually. Wow.
Ooh!
2017 Netflix original, To the Bone.
Oh.
Written and directed by Marty Noxon. Starring Lily Collins, Keanu Reeves,
Whoa.
and one Alex Sharp.
Is it fire?
You looking up? Oh, you looking up?
No, that's not the scene, bro.
So basically, I forgot to write my synopsis, but it's about a girl, Lily Collins, who is suffering with anorexia, and she goes to this boarding house where there's other patients there for various things, most of them eating disorders or some sort of physical treatment that they're having.
This is like Dr. Drew.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, just
Keanu's Dr. Drew.
Yeah, pretty much. It's fine.
It's fine.
Not good, eh?
Yeah, it's fine.
People were raving about its realism and accuracy of depicting.
Yeah, her body does shut down a lot, and you see that kind of time, and you see the emotional side of things. But with that, I will say, the ending is ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Should I spoil it? I don't.
No. I want to see it.
Okay.
Say it off camera.
The way she...
Ridiculous.
The way it's resolved.
The way it's resolved is very, that's how she's overcoming and or not overcoming this. That's the catalyst, I guess you'd say. Something happens, and that's what it is.
Oh, I see. So, feels kind of fake, you suspend your disbelief.
Yeah, I'm this could have ended on a stronger note. But performances were good. Alex Sharp, I think I've seen him in a TV show maybe once or something. Very charming guy.
Yeah. Never heard.
He plays this British guy, and he's just he's kind of the pinnacle person at the house. He's been there for years, and he's doing really well, and he's kind of a leader for the rest of them.
A role model.
Yeah, he's kind of a role model of this is what happens if you follow our program and stuff. You can be on the right track like Luke is. But he's he's very charming. You like him. But besides that, the stories...
And Keanu? Good?
Keanu's barely in it. He's in a handful of scenes.
Keanu.
Lily Collins is good, though, in it as well. She's in something that we're seeing, or something big this year.
She was in Oakjaw briefly.
What?
That's what... Okay,
that might have been...
Yes,
that's the last thing I saw, right?
Yes.
I know the name.
She plays the redhead girl in Oakjaw, called Red. That's it.
She was one of the revolutionaries.
But yeah, I thought the movie itself was just kind of boring.
Oof. To the board.
Yeah.
Not a good sign.
To the board. It's fine. I'm going to hit it with a light 3. Maybe a 3.
Jeez.
Pick one. Okay? We don't... There's no,
Pass.
Pick one.
Pass
a light
Ty.
3.
Okay.
Pass on like Ty did.
You can't pass. It's your movie. Adam, what do you got for us this week, bud?
Let me just...
No, you said apparently I'm going to love this.
I said you might.
There's a chance.
It's up your alley.
Adam doesn't take stands.
No, I don't. Crime, drama, mystery.
I'm in.
I know Timmy loves him some. 2010.
Ooh.
All Good Things. Never heard of it?
Is this the Ryan Gosling one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've heard this is fine. There's a documentary that apparently is really good.
It is fine. Mr. David Marks was suspected but never tried for killing his wife Katie, who disappeared in 1982, but the truth is eventually revealed.
This is based on a true story?
Yes. Yeah.
Sounds like it.
It is.
Yeah.
I'll get to that in a minute. Starring Ryan Gosling, Kirsten Dunst, Frank Langella, and a couple comedian cameos.
I've heard of this.
Just got added to Netflix recently, right? Or on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Yeah. That's why I watched it. Literally,
Kirsten Dunst thing. That would
jogged your memory.
Yes.
So yeah, like Nick Offerman and Kristen Wiig have small cameos.
Amazing.
But they're both funny in it. Yeah, it was just like a blind pick. Like, it was with my girlfriend Emily, just looking for something to watch, and
she's scrolling
hard. Endlessly. Stop on Gosling. I'm like, oh shit, Gosling
What's
movie
this?
I've never heard of. I'm in.
It's probably a reason you haven't heard of it. as a self-proclaimed cinephile.
33% on Rotten Tomatoes. Certified rotten. I liked it. I thought it was fine. It's not the best crime drama I've ever seen by any means, but it's not terrible. I guess I would say it's underrated.
On Letterboxd, it's very divisive.
Really?
I think, yeah. If I remember correctly, that's where I saw it.
Well,
like, some people like it and some people don't. Think it's very just like boring.
Really? I didn't.
Some people raved about it.
It it kind of. Well, keep in mind, I went in clean. I didn't know anything about this movie. Literally, just saw Gosling, said I'm in, clicked it, like knew nothing. So it starts out as this sort of romantic drama, and it's building their relationship. Then obviously, slowly things go south. And I've never seen Gosling get evil and like maniacal.
Yeah, he's not a villain that often.
I can't think of anything. Is he a villain in anything?
Yeah, there's one he did with
Valentine. He kind of got a little mean.
Yeah.
A little mean-spirited.
There's a murder movie he did with Michael Pitt and Sandra Bullock in like the late 90s.
Late 90s?
Yeah.
Wow, was he 18?
Yeah, he was young. He played a high school student.
Well, yeah, in this he goes full drag.
Oh, yes.
He dresses up in full drag?
Yes. Like, when he's old. Full old man makeup / full drag. Double whammy.
Oh my god, man.
Gosling became the goose because he was old. Pity laugh? No? Okay. Yeah.
No.
It's literally worth watching just to see him in old man makeup, like drag, like, hello, like doing like a Mrs. Doubtfire. It's literally Gosling's Mrs. Doubtfire. Get hype. It's ridiculous.
I like that. I dig it.
Very dark, and I found out after most interesting thing about this movie is what came of it after, because the person it's based off of, I'm blanking on his name, he saw this movie and contacted the director.
He was like, "This is wrong," or like, "This is accurate."
He said, "Let's do a documentary about me. I want to be." Like,
I want to be the star.
In the spotlight. Like a freak.
Gosling?
Guy's a freak. Okay, first of all. And
I'm ready for my close-up.
Right. Documentary became the worldwide phenomenon, The Jinx.
Yeah.
That
it's
blew
like a 10-part HBO?
Yeah. Had no idea this was connected to that. I saw in the IMDb trivia. I was like, this is The Jinx. That's what this is based off. Holy shit. And, yeah, apparently that's amazing. So I really want to see that. And it revealed things that actually affected reality, and the case was reopened. Let's just say no
because of the movie.
For the Jinx. Because of the Jinx, not because of this movie.
Okay.
But yeah, no spoilers. But things changed.
Well, because of the movie, because the movie caused the Jinx.
Yeah,
it's
really.
Kind of,
yeah, true.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's at the worst. It's like a really good commercial for the Jinx. It's like a really intriguing.
Just a little, little appetizer, a little.
Yeah. Performances were good.
Amuse bouche.
It was creepy. Like, the biggest takeaway is just to see Gosling do something really different for me that I didn't expect. And he has some. Oh, I meant to tell you guys this. He has the Gosling nice guys shriek, but like on steroids, like amplified to the nth degree. Literally, like close up into the camera, like just like full shriek.
Amazing.
Oh,
I love it. Like high pitched scream.
Yes.
Screech.
Because he slowly kind of like goes insane in this movie. So there's this scene where he's just in the living room doing this like therapy with his psychologist. And it's just supposed to like be like a venting thing.
Just like let it out, man.
He does 2 like nice guys shrieks in a row. Just like fully shows his face, like full psycho shriek. It's great.
He gives it all. What are you hitting it with?
Heavy 3.
That'd be very nice.
Heavy 3. It's
Worth
just a
checking
little generic. And like, yeah, certain things are a little bit cheese. Just a bit. Just enough to throw it off from being like great. But it's enjoyable. It's fine. Don't be scared by the reviews.
You may have to check it out.
Yeah.
I may not, though.
Okay.
We'll see.
No offense. Watch the Jinx instead.
Probably, yeah.
I'm going to jump in. The last scene.
Mm.
A hot-tempered farm laborer convinces the woman he loves to marry their rich but dying boss so they can have a claim to his fortune. Does this ring a bell?
It does.
It sounds familiar.
Terrence Malick,
I knew it!
Days of Heaven.
Oh shit.
From 1978. A little hour and a half jaunt into history. This movie's good. I liked it. The interesting thing about this movie, I will say, starring Richard Gere.
Oh.
And I believe his first
young
film.
Richard Gere, yeah.
And also Sam Shepard.
Oh.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace. And Brooke Adams, who I hadn't seen before this movie.
Career. I don't know who
Because she was like the like girlfriend / got married to the
Was this
farmer.
the movie before his 20-year break? Yeah.
This caused his like 20-year hiatus from the film industry. The interesting thing about this movie, I wrote down a couple things. He spent 2 years editing it.
It's insane.
Himself?
Yeah.
Like him personally?
Yeah, maybe he had an editor with him or whatever, but...
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
2 years.
2 years.
That's fucked.
I was watching the interviews, like they did on the Criterion.
Yeah, I was say this is a Criterion.
I have it on Criterion.
Criterionitis.
Richard Gere was like talking about the making of it and stuff, and how it was like his first movie and stuff. And initially, like he had a hard time making it in the first place, but because Terrence Malick, just is interesting learning about Terrence Malick's process, how he like he doesn't really understand how to like direct. Like I'm trying to think of what's another director that just like George Lucas. He knows what he wants to see. He just doesn't know how to articulate that to the actors. Right?
Perfect.
He's like, just give me more. Just give me more.
Perfect.
More emotion, please.
Perfect skill as a director to not know how to talk to actors.
And the main sort of thing that drew me to this movie was the cinematography. Literally one of the best looking movies I've ever seen.
Whoa, yeah?
Like, I wrote down magic hour. Like, every single shot is, like, in magic hour. You know what I mean? Like, that, like, half an hour, actually, between, like, when the sun's just has gone beyond the horizon, but it's still light.
Yeah.
Every shot
that, like,
is
pink?
like that. Not necessarily pink, but, like, orangey, that kind of, like... It's really hard to explain.
Yeah.
But you guys know what I'm talking about. If you're a human, you've seen
Twilight.
it. Yeah.
Jenkins Hour.
Just the cinematography in general, like... And watching the behind the scenes, explaining how, like, because there's some commentary and everything. Like, there's certain shots where, like, it would go from an interior shot, and then it would pan to an exterior shot, and they had to, like, change the like, aperture, like, as the camera's moving and stuff. And, like, just stuff like that blew my mind. But just the way they had to film it was, because it's only, like, half an hour, because this was actually filmed in Canada.
Oh, cool.
It's set in... Panhandle of Texas, and these two like girlfriend boyfriend basically, they're traveling from Chicago to go work on this farm, and they sort of figure out that they did find out by chance that the owner of the farm, who like it's a giant farm and he employs a lot of people, that he's like dying of some unknown illness, and then the guy Richard Gere is hatches this plan to have his girlfriend marry the farmer because he knows he's gonna die,
Yeah.
and then get his fortune, right? But I'm trying to remember what I was initially trying to say.
Magic hour.
Yeah,
Half
and
an hour
they had to
or so.
film all of it in like 20-minute period, like daily.
20-minute chunks.
Yeah, like
That's
half
fun.
an hour, like chunks, every day, which was interesting. And I also wrote down this little tidbit that there's a scene where there's like a wildfire, I guess, that happens because there's like this. It's sort of two things connected. One is there's this locust like plague that happens, and in order to get rid of the locust, they like burn the field basically where all the locusts are. And there's a scene where there's a tractor, this giant, like old, like steam powered tractor that like is driving through this giant fire. And the shot looks great, but I found out from Richard Gere in an interview that Terrence Malick was driving the tractor,
Sounds about right.
the tractor through a giant bonfire.
That's
amazing.
What?
Ridiculous.
But another interesting tidbit I found was about the locusts. There's lots of shots of locusts in that sequence, but there's also a really great shot of all of these locusts. Like there's it's like magic hour. There's people in the foreground, midground, and there's a house in the background, and you see all these locusts in like a cloud just like lift out, and they're like standing here like trying to like they're like doing this. They actually filmed that by driving a helicopter by and dropping peanut shells. Hear me out. Dropping peanut shells on them, and the actors had to act like backwards, do what they were doing backwards, and then they just played it in reverse.
Oh shit!
And
Weird.
it looks like locusts like lifting up and flying in this giant cloud, but they're actually all these peanut shells being dropped from a helicopter on them. It's bizarre.
It's the magic of movie making. Right
Bizarre.
Terry Malick, freak.
But those little interesting tidbits aside, the movie itself is good. I enjoyed it. I will say, it's Terrence Malick, so the plot is quite thin, I would say. They cut out, apparently they had more, the script, there was a lot more talking in it, but Terrence Malick,
Classic.
he just decided, you know what, in those 2 years, he decided, you know what, let's remove a lot of it. And it's funny, Richard Gere was saying how he was angry initially because he's like,
Most
he
actors
came from theater background,
Very
right?
angry.
So he was like, he like cut all this stuff. Like I was proud of that,
Yeah.
all that stuff that I did
He should be
because it was
happy
his first
in the
film,
movie.
right?
Oh, it's his first movie.
That was
ever?
his first film, yeah.
Oh,
Richard Gere, yeah.
shit.
And he's like, I was really wanted to show that my talent as an actor, but a lot of it got cut. But
Happens a lot with Mac
Malick.
Mills. My favorite story is Adrian Brody went to the screening of Thin Red Line thinking he was the main character, and he's in like 3 scenes.
That's generous. Maybe 2.
So good.
He should talk to Richard Gere and let him know that
But
it's not so bad.
I wish there was more to the plot, but it's like it's Terrence Malick. I liked it. There is a voiceover from the younger sister of Richard Gere, which I haven't really mentioned, and it's this great sort of like young actress who I don't think did anything else really, and she has this really interesting accent, like Chicago accent, and she does this voiceover, but it's the kind of voiceover where it's not like, and then they did this, and then they did this, like just explaining what's happening. She would just have little tidbits of insight about her like day-to-day life and like conversations that she had with like random people, and they would just be like just shots of farmers farming and people farming, and it was interesting voiceover. I think it helped a lot. It gave more depth because I think if they didn't have the voiceover, the plot's very thin. It wouldn't be much there.
Yeah.
But the voiceover narration gives little bits of information and sort of fleshes out the world more, which I like.
What's the rating, bud?
Rating's gonna be a 4 to 5.
4 or
Nice.
5.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Days of Heaven.
I've seen a few Malick films.
Have you
and
seen Badlands?
I have not.
It's very
I've
good.
heard that's also good.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of his earlier
Yeah.
films.
I think it's 74.
I think it's just right before this.
77, 76, somewhere there.
Well, it couldn't have been 76 because this came out in 78. It
Took
took
him
him
2
2
years,
years.
It's probably like
It's
74.
probably like 74
Yeah.
or something. I gotta check that out next. But yeah, 4 to 5 for Days of Heaven.
Terry.
Check it out.
Good.
Beautiful film. Moving on, we got a few news topics.
a couple.
Firstly, this came out a little bit of time ago, so we already saw some indication of it. But Josh Brolin is revealed as Cable in the upcoming Deadpool 2. What are you guys' thoughts of his look? Does he look like Cable?
Like Cable, yes. It looks like they just lifted Cable off a page, put him into the real world.
So you're in.
He's jacked. He's got his eye glowing.
He could be
there.
bigger. He could be bigger.
He could be bigger.
Come on, Josh.
Yeah.
Not possible.
He's got his sweet flow going on.
Cable
Looks
flow?
good. He looks. I think it's gonna be good because Cable's like the straight guy to Deadpool's like insanity.
Funny man.
And he looks very serious. It's gonna be it's gonna be awesome seeing him like bouncing off of.
Just to add, because we never really talked about this, but I believe her name is Zazie Beetz as Domino.
Yes.
What do you guys think of that as well? We'll just throw that in there.
Her
As
costume
Domino.
looks fine, but
She's fine.
Yeah,
she's fine. I don't know anything about that character. But
that's exactly what I was just gonna say.
She looks
That's
fine.
on me though.
She looks fine.
Yeah.
Adam, your thoughts about Cable?
Literally exactly what Tim said. Brolin looks like he walked off the comic book page. Ty saying he didn't see it. Wish he was here.
He posted the photo. I don't.
No, he was saying he couldn't see Brolin as Cable. Like when it was announced, he's like, I just don't see it. He's just not right. Literally,
What's wrong
literal
with you?
perfection. Like literal perfection.
I knew when they cast him, I'm like, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, he's perfect.
He's perfect, and he's fucking disgustingly shredded. I didn't know 50-year-olds could get that shredded.
Oh yeah.
It's fucked. Like seeing him in the trailer for that firefighter movie, where he's like just kind of like husky and like bigger, into the new pics I think he's been putting out and like videos. That's fucked.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
I'll echo your guys' thoughts. I think he looks amazing. Zazie Beetz, I believe she's from Atlanta.
I think so. Yeah.
Do you recognize her?
Oh.
I've only seen one episode and she was not in it.
Okay.
I watched the whole season. I don't recognize her though. Is she Don Glover's
IMDb.
girlfriend
I
in it? Do we know? Baby mama?
I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. I haven't watched
Yeah.
Atlanta. I just know she's from Atlanta.
She's gotta be, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then
she's
I have
fine.
seen her because she's in the first episode
Yeah.
briefly.
It's interesting
She's
with
fine.
they kind of like I haven't heard anyone like complain of like the reverse whitewashing because in the comic book she's white and she has like a black circle on
Really?
her. Yeah. It was.
That's clever.
I do like it because it's like the way they explain the like black. I don't know what the comic origin is, but Zazie Beetz has like this like white, but it's almost like I'm forgetting. I don't know the name of it. That like skin disease, where
Vitiligo, I think.
maybe
Vitiligo?
you might have like white
Yeah.
spots. Almost
Yeah.
like it's like that. So like there's
That's
like an
clever.
actual. I thought that was. I was like, oh, that's clever.
I'm
I mean, that's
surprised
what it looks like.
Yeah.
Why is there no like rage? Like, I'm just surprised that nerds aren't like rage.
I think it's great, but I think she looks great
I don't
as
care.
the character. As long as, I mean, I think Ty's not here because he hates that.
Yeah, you got to keep it exact
As
race.
accurate as possible.
Yeah,
But I think they look great, and I'm pretty excited for this movie. A
yeah.
little bit more
Get
budget.
hype.
Yeah.
What's the teddy bear for? Why does Cable have a teddy bear?
There's like
We're gonna
Reddit
find out.
forums.
Oh my
about it.
god, is there really? I
Yeah,
was
of
kidding.
course.
That's disgusting.
Of course, dude.
What are they saying? I need to know.
Like that. That was because he's Scott Summers' son.
Yeah.
Sent to the future. That was the only thing that he had left. Like that was the only thing he took with him,
Mm.
and
His teddy bear?
that was like his teddy bear, and that's
Like Star Lord's cassette.
yeah, like that. That's what some
Okay,
people are
okay,
thinking.
Okay, I like
Or there's other theories, but I think that makes sense to me.
Sweet. We gotta
Why would a
find out.
grown man, it's not a very safe spot for a teddy bear, like on your hip. Like he's like has a gun, he's like shooting, he's like in fights and stuff. Like and you have a teddy bear.
Oh, I'm so excited.
There's definitely gonna be a scene where like the teddy bear meets the unicorn. It's gonna
That'd be
happen.
good.
Can't
That'd be
wait.
Yeah.
Can't fucking wait.
The amount of opportunity for jokes is endless.
Yeah.
Moving on, we got a trailer for an animated film that took years to make because it's made of thousands of oil paintings.
65,000 oil paintings.
Wow. Somehow that seems low. Because that's how many frames there are in the movie.
Yeah.
60,000?
Maybe it's
65,000.
short.
65,000.
Could be a very short movie.
That's
I can't
true.
imagine this being like a
Probably
3 hour
an hour
epic.
20.
Could be an hour movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loving Vincent, story of Vincent van Gogh, done in his style of painting, different styles, starring Chris O'Dowd is the only person I recognized.
It's a pretty big cast. I
Is
might
it
look it up actually.
Saoirse
'Cause when I was
Ronan?
reading, I was like, oh, I'm
Saoirse
surprised.
Ronan, I
Saoirse Ronan,
recognize
yeah.
her face
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. So
Weird.
Um,
real.
Adam, what are your thoughts on this trailer? You excited for this movie? I think I mentioned earlier there's a movie I thought was going to be TIFF. I think it's this movie. I think this movie's going to
Really?
be
This is definitely a TIFF movie. It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
I was intrigued when it was announced, or when we first saw pictures and stuff from it.
Teaser.
What was that, a year ago?
A teaser, maybe a year ago, yeah.
Now that I've seen the trailer, looks great. I'm in. Looks like the Anomalisa of this year, like a mature animated movie for like adults, and just transcending art style. Yeah, or like a red turtle or something. We've never seen this art style before.
Unprecedented.
Literally never been done.
First ever painted movie.
I feel like anytime a film like does a first ever anything, you should go see it and support it just to see like the achievement. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be really good.
I think it looks great. I'm worried about the plot, but I'm worried that the achievement, the visual achievement, might overshadow the actual
The
movie.
movie,
Yeah.
like a Boyhood, like or what some people
Yeah.
say Boyhood did.
Yeah.
It's like
I see the comparison there. Like
You should watch that.
the achievement of one aspect of the film might overshadow the rest of the film,
Yeah.
aka the script and the plot. And
Happens whenever something unique comes out.
but I feel like this is a movie that will be remembered.
Yeah.
For
I hope so.
Yeah.
because it seems like it's not one of those movies that's starting a trend necessarily.
No, it's gonna be like no one's gonna like. Yeah,
Yes.
we're not gonna see oil painted movies.
No, it's not. It's not going to
out.
become a thing.
That's
That'd be
it.
great.
Summer releases.
It's not going to become the next like
Every 10 years.
superhero trend of movies.
the next Batman movie. Just oil
Next
paintings.
comic book movies.
I mean, I'm in.
Can you imagine?
Damn.
Yeah.
It would never work because they'd have to. Well, they'd have like slave farms of like
Yeah.
painters.
Yeah.
Because it's
It'd be
Disney.
ridiculous.
They,
But
but I'm in. I think it looks good, and I'm excited to see it. Just seeing the different paintings and just kind of blowing my mind just
Yeah.
watching the
Yeah.
trailer. Tim, your thoughts?
Yeah, it looks amazing. I think the voice work is
All right.
pretty good as well. Chris O'Dowd is always really good. His voice is very distinct. And it does look like it's going to be some time jumping. Looks like there's some black and white paintings that might be like in the past a little bit
Ties
more,
out.
and then Tyler's going to be
Ty's
confused.
fucked.
He's be
Timelines?
fucked. Timeline's done.
Done.
Forget it.
Finished.
But yeah, looks amazing. I can't believe it's painted.
Crazy.
It's insane. So much effort.
All right. Well, I think that'll do it for episode 109 of the Upper LA podcast. Tim, where can people find us?
People can find us on Twitter at UpReal8. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at UpReal8. And you can find me personally on Letterboxd at UpRealTim.
You can find me on Letterboxd and Instagram at UpRealAdam and Twitter at Franny25.
I find myself, Scott, on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. And yeah, guys, like I said earlier, if you guys do enjoy this video, leave a like on it. Leave a comment below in the comment section if you want to join our discussion. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy our stuff. We appreciate it. And as always, keep it real.